All right, fam, welcome back to the show. Finally here. This is the most crucial day when it comes to crypto this month, this past 2 months. I promise you it is, for a couple of reasons, but one is that we might actually be at the very point where the market reverses. And I'm super excited. I've been a little bit off. I did some restructuring to the studio back here, as you see. If you look around, it's beautiful. Let me know what you think in the chat. What's happening? Wake up, Fefe. People saying, how is it, everyone? How is everyone? Brick by brick. Good morning. Hit the like button. Let me know what you think of the background. I mean, just let me know how beautiful this thing here is. This is proper real. We just put it together. This is not green screen. This is what I really needed. We've got my OCM up here. We've got the 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙𝗏 Ordinals. We've got some Legos up here from CCC, the stuff that we won. We've got some jumbo phones up here. All the stuff from 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, all the cool stuff. We even have bread up here, which I don't know. We're just going to swap it. But let me know what you think. I think it looks pretty cool. Great setup. People liking it. A big upgrade. Yes. Looks good. Thank you. Looks clean. All our giveaway items. Look, what we're gonna do, if you guys want to send over something, we are going to include that back in here as well, so we can look at that. Looks good. I'm so happy it does. All right, cool, guys. Let's jump in here because we've got a bunch of things to talk about. One is that, as I said, I genuinely, truly believe that we are at the most exciting level since the bleed started months ago. If we break and close above 89,000 on Bitcoin, we are officially back to the bull, and Bitcoin will go to 150,000 in the next 6 months. Now, I'm going to show you all this, all the math behind this, and why and how. But if we reject this as a possibility for a new low, meaning sub 80,000, and I know people don't really believe this, but it is absolutely possible. And if you look at the market is looking decent, bruv. I mean, Tau is up 40%. We've got Fortcoin up 15-16%, which is a big win for the industry. Fed about 25%. Casper flying 19%. This is the week. On the day, though, we do see Tau up about 6%. Polygon up about 10%. I don't know what the spiral exit liquidity. Casper up 13%. Fortcoin at 18. So like we do have some tokens flying. The question that I asked you is if you believe and do you trust this pump? And what is interesting is out of 2,000 votes, 63% of you said no. And I'm on that camp. But me as a trader, my main responsibility is not to decide what I believe in. It's just simply play the cards that are, dealt to me. So even though I also don't believe this pump, 44% of top 1,000 traders in Hyperliquid are long. Hold on a second. Let me just read some comments on them. Looks better. Your mental flexibility is fantastic. Thank you so much. I've seen Lego Thanos and best. Good job. Thought it was green screen. It's not green screen. It's not green screen. Welcome back. Thank you. Longs banging, bruv. Tired of this fart running. How was my holiday? I didn't really do holiday. I went to speak at a conference in Warsaw, and then I went to, before that I was in Paris, and the conference said it wasn't a holiday, but it was good. I prefer this new background sensation. What the heck bottle is this? This is a giant, big-ass bottle from Jim Bim. I was like, I need something new, and Cuz was like, you know what, I can order you Jim Bim. I'm like, what is Jim Bim? That's how much I go to. We were putting these things together today, and I got sweat on my boobs. I'm like, I need to start working out, seriously. So I might do a water fast here. Let me get back to here because this is important. Also, guys, like the show. And if you don't know who I am, well, first of all, what are you doing? Subscribe to the channel, like the show, spread the show. And my name is Fefe, and I bring you the best alpha. I bring you trades like these that you see up here constantly on my X, on the shows. So come to the shows every single day. There's a link in the description to my X profile. I write threads, educate you in a bunch of stuff. And also I have a daily news summary. So if you go down to the description, you will land on this. You will have all the resources and everything that you need. So go and check that out. But back to this, which is that 44% of top 1,000 traders on Hyperliquid are long. Which is interesting because obviously you would think like these guys are the top traders, so they must be right. And I just think it's not that simple for a couple of reasons. If you look at the stock market, this is Banter Bubbles, by the way. Again, free tool. You can go in newsroom, all that stuff that you need down in the description. You can look at stocks now. And the reason why I love this feature is because I can simply just swap, right? I look at crypto in the week and I'm like, we're green. And I look at the bubbles in the week and I'm like, Well, there is a little bit of discrepancy here because everything is red. Like Google is down 7% on the week, AMD down 8% on the week, Nvidia down 12% on the week, Tesla is down 8% on the week, Amazon down 7%. And I mean, I understand and appreciate the fact that Fortcoin is up 17%, but I mean, really? Is this really happening here? And so if you really give it some thought, the reality is that the stock market is not bouncing. It's not bouncing as hard as it should bounce. In fact, there's $1.5 trillion that's been wiped out yesterday alone from the US stock market. And there's a lot of discussion that crypto is decoupling, crypto is to the moon. But the thing is, which is probably the sad reality, is that it's not about decoupling. It's most likely a manipulation in crypto for potential leg down. And I really want to believe it's not. Like, I genuinely hope we are reversing here, which could happen. But there's so much uncertainty out there that I don't think that is the case. Now, the market's been completely devastated. So they're down. They've been in fearful and extreme fearful for the last 60 days, which is, again, not a good look. And another indicator that shows uncertainty is the DXY dumping like crazy. And then gold. Gold is making new all-time highs. I mean, this chart is crazy. You would think this is like a Bitcoin chart, but this is insane. Like in September, January 2024, gold was at $1,800, now up at like 3.5 thousand, and Goldman Sachs predicting 4.5 thousand this year, which just shows you even more that unfortunately there is a bunch of uncertainty, and there is serious uncertainty when it comes to the market. So one of the things that you can look at is that China is buying gold, governments are buying gold, and they're preparing for something, whether that's, the continuation of the trade wars or not. But the gold itself as a store of value narrative is, again, going very, very hard. And one of the things that we have to consider or look at is the rate cuts. Now, guys, I know that everybody's lazy and we're just getting back and, but we're at 15, something in my lungs. I genuinely I don't have to. I'm serious. I'm not even joking. Cuz he's laughing because he thinks he's like plugged for the likes. But we have something a little bit sick. But we have to get to like at least 200 likes for me to continue. Not even a joke. Oh my god. Like the new water boy. I'm happy. A 44% PR very long. Not enough incremental long dry powder to take this much higher. 12% of top 1K traders and hyperliquid are short. Gold is sucking all the liquidity. Yes, the rest are sitting out. Fefe was smoking shisha. Yeah, that's not because of that, but yeah. Guys, we just need you to like the show. Takes you 2 seconds. Ray Dalio predicting World War III. I think it's already happening at some point. ETFs are buying, yes. Like, push up. Guys, smash the like button, yes. I like your bottle, bro. Can be used to take showers as well. Pff, bro, you can do whatever you want. It's also the showers, and it has like, it's a multi-purpose bottle. Who doesn't like the? I'm not gonna read that up. Fefe the G. I'm gonna read it. Who doesn't like the show is gay. That's what someone's saying here. What I gotta do to appear in your live comment? You're here, brother. You just have to comment. Okay, let's jump into it. So one of the things we need to look at is rate cuts. Right? And so there's a bunch of discussion on and that was an idiot guy who was following me on X and just commenting bullshit and like, oh, you're hopium. Brother, there is going to be quantitative easing, and you can, just eat whatever you want to eat if you want to be smart ass. But anyway, so there is going to be rate cuts at some point. But there's no reason to cut now. There's like no reason to cut. There is 10% probability for a cut in May. And from the FOMC minutes, you see that they are very hawkish. Like there is very steady hawkishness. There's no reason for them to start cutting. One of the main reasons is because there's so much uncertainty when it comes to there was already so much uncertainty, and now there's so much uncertainty because of the tariffs, which is horrible. And on top of all that, Trump is calling Jerome Powell, who's the head chairman of the Federal Reserve, a major loser. He says preemptive cuts in interest rates are being called for by many. With energy costs way down, food prices, including Biden's ag disaster, you gotta bring Biden in there. Like, you can't make a truth social plus without Biden. Substantially lower, and most other things trending down. There's virtually no inflation. With these costs trending so nicely downwards, Just what I predicted they will do. There is almost no inflation, but there can be slowing of the economy unless Mr. Too Late, referring to JP, a major loser, lowers interest rates now. He got a cut. This is the time for JP to... So, oh my God, bro, what's happening? So Europe has already cut. I'm a little bit sick still, but Powell has always been too late, except when it came to election period when he lowered in order to help Sleepy Joe. So here is the reality. Now, Trump is very harsh on JP. And for the first time, I agree with France, which is I genuinely hope he will not be able to remove JP. I mean, if he manages somehow to remove JP from the Fed, I think everything will nuke. People will think it's bullish because JP is out and, cuts are coming. But the fact is, if cuts are coming and QE, quantitative easing is coming, which is basically injecting money into the economy, the problem that we're going to face with is that, yet again, instead of fixing the problems, we're going to start printing money to print our way out of this whole shit show, which is not going to be great. Anyway, Trump says tariffs are going good. Tariffs are going tremendously well. We've been negotiating with all the parties and countries, and in fact, 50 different countries called me, and they all come, oh, Mr. President, cut the tariffs. So anyway, that's kind of what Trump is saying, but the reality is that it's not really that it is. It's not really looking good. Guys, I'm not even kidding. Like, is this true that we have 700 people live and 233 likes? I might need to have to walk back there and take something off the shelf here. We need to have like a, I don't know, like a... Hold on a second. What is it? Oh, that's why. Okay. So what's happening here? Like this show, guys. Grass. Totally agree with your take. I think more Trump puts pressure on JP publicly, the more often out JP has not cut rates. Yes. Totally recommend to change shisha tobacco for weed. Hi, Banter fam. Why so likes? Please like fast. Exactly. You know what you're talking about. I'm with you on that. What's happening here? When my comments are frozen now. Okay, anyway. Is the feed going through? Okay, here we go. Did I mess up the whole thing here? I don't know, back to the show. Like, you see, if you just like the show, this whole thing wouldn't have happened. So I don't know why it's not rolling here. Anyway, we gotta get back to the show. China is doubling down. We're just gonna fix that in a second. Don't you guys worry. Don't you worry for a second. We're gonna fix this. Don't you worry. Okay, I don't know why this is not happening. Okay, anyway, it doesn't really matter. All right, so let's get back to the show. I don't know why this is frozen. China is doubling down. China has just announced that they will be pulling back from U.S. private equity investments. They will not invest in U.S. equities, so stock market and whatever. Chinese state-backed funds are halting new investments in U.S. PE firms. But most importantly, just 24 hours ago, China warned they would retaliate against countries that cooperate with the U.S. in ways that compromises China's interests. Now, this is big because everything, like, again, we've talked about this, but I can literally, probably this is made in China. Let me look at this bottle here. It's, brother, I'm going to show you how much it's made in China. Look at this. Like, is this an American brand? Is this an American brand or what? Jim Bim, is this like, no, okay. Look at this. So it's like, this is how much is made in China. It's literally on big. It says made in China. So everything is made in China. And that is the problem. That if China goes out and it says, you know what, you can find, do you buy anything for, if you're in Europe, you don't really buy stuff from the United States. I mean, you don't, because you just don't. If you're in Asia, you don't really buy stuff from the United States. Do you buy stuff from China? Hell yeah. So the problem is China goes out and it goes, you know what, Trump is playing ball fine. If other countries start retaliating in a way that actually favors the US instead of China, we're just going to not stand products to you. And that's going to be a shit show. So Trump seems to be, I'm not saying he's losing it, but this is one of the main reasons probably this came, is because India, for example, announced that they're going to impose 12% tariffs on steel to limit cheap imports from China. This is siding directly with the United States. and which is not good for China. So anyway, we will see how it goes. They're moving forward. For example, they just signed a 5-year liquefied natural gas deal with the UAE, cutting the US completely out. Yeah, it's just not looking great. Now, there might be a deal happening on the Ukraine-Russian front. I don't think it's happening, but this is what Trump is saying. We'll see. While global money supply is simply skyrocketing. Very, very good. And on top of all that, we've got Tesla earnings today. Now, let's talk about these levels because I think these levels are crucial. I don't know what's happening here. Let me just go back here. Guys, I'm going to tell you one thing. This is what we're going to do. You will have probably 3 minutes to like the show. I'm going to fix the comment section here. Just want to make sure that it works. But I want to tell you one thing, guys. If we don't get to like 500 likes, I have to stop the show. Unfortunately, there's no other way than to just stop the show. So, say again? If we get like 500 likes, I think we'll continue. Maybe. What do you say about 500 likes? I'm fixing the comment section here. What, is there no comments or what? So why is this not? It's simply not rolling. Oh, now it's rolling. Okay, good, good. Now it's rolling. Now it's rolling. Here we go. Here we go. Publish. Back to live mode. Oh, we have another show which we have to do. Okay, well, we can just cut this then. If there's not enough like, we can just cut this and go to the next one. Okay, so gotta get to... I'm not even kidding. These guys think I'm joking, bro. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. I'm just gonna turn on this. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I'm gonna say 450 likes. 2 minutes, just so you know who you're dealing with. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 450 likes. Until then, I'm just gonna read comments. Guys, you smash the like button until it takes 2 seconds. You see, I'm not talking about it. Go like. Fefe the Goat. Like. The like is broken. My boy. What's good? What's good? What's good? JP is causing the screen freeze. Holding spotter 2x leverage. Both is good in my opinion. We're gonna look at the level. I hope we're gonna look at the levels. Jim Beam is Czech brand. 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗏. 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙𝗏 brand. For all my Slovakian and Czech Republic friends. Don't ever stop, bro. Always, never. Removed my like for that like banging. Goodbye. Hot air rises, boys. And the fart coin is rising. New York Open will dump. Let's see. Charts. So here's what we're gonna do. We still have like a minute. So I'm still gonna... We're gonna look... No longs open just yet. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We still have a minute. So we're gonna start looking at discussing. We still have a minute for like 40 more likes. I don't think it's gonna happen, by the way. If it doesn't happen, then we're just gonna move on to the 100x Club. We're gonna do the charts anyway. So, daily close above 89 is what I said. Daily close above 89,000 on Bitcoin is game on and confirmed reversal. Until then, it's a short every lower time frame, lower, every lower time frame rejection. We still have 30 seconds to do 30 likes. I don't know if it's happening. They think I'm not gonna end the show, but I am. Yeah, well, but I think we shouldn't even do the 100x Club live, honestly. We'll try tomorrow. It's fine. We'll try tomorrow. Still have 15 seconds. You know, I just want to give... Someone just wrote that like button or whatever. You know, guys, we come here completely for free every single day. I pour my heart and soul into these shows. And the reason why the like helps is not my ego. It's because of the algo. This is how the algorithm works. If you don't like the show, people don't get to know about the show. I can't help more people. And this, I know it's good for you because we're a small family and I like that as well. But I just really think it's literally just a mutual respect for me putting all my time in here completely for free for you guys, that you just smash the like when you enter the show. It's very simple. It's super simple. I don't think it's a big ask, to be very, very honest. Fefe's volume is dropping. Okay, cool. We are there, 450. We're there, so we can continue. It's good. Thank you. All right, let's go. So here's the most important thing. Daily close above 89,000. This was very fucking close. Very close. I would have ended the show. Daily close above 89,000 on Bitcoin is a game changer. Why? Because I actually just wanted to say here that I took a short and I said, I'm a robot, no emotions. I'm a robot, no emotions. I will tell you why I took this short and what is happening. And I also tweeted that I genuinely hope that this is going to be stopped, this trade, and that we are going to have a daily close above the 89,000. I'm going to explain to you exactly why. Here is the setup. If you look at the daily chart, we need a close above. Let me just remove this. We need a daily close above the 89,000 level. Why the 89,000 level? Because this level here is the, let me just remove this as well. This level here is the last lower high. What does that mean? It's very simple. When you look at the retrace here, you want to identify what was what was the initiation, what was the lower low. You have a trend. Now the trend doesn't define by a trend line. It's not what a trend is. The trend goes based on lower lows and lower highs, right? So you have a high, you have a low. You have a high, actually you have a low here, high here, low here, high here, low, high, low, high, low. So how do you define if this was a proper enough retrace to be called a lower high? Well, you pull the 50 fib and you say, did it come back 50%? If it did, then it's fine. Did this come back 50%? Yes, it did. Literally just moved it out and moved lower. We sure did that. And then the same thing here. Did it come back 50? Yes, it did. Perfect. Then the next one here. Did this come back 50? Yes, it did. Awesome. So that means that this level here is a very, very strong level that if in any time will show a break and close above this level on the daily, we have formed a higher high on Bitcoin. It's simple. Now, if you're able to form a higher high, that's a market structure shift. And let me remind you what happened last time when I said we are going to have that. So last time we were down here, low and high, low, high, low, high, low. And I said, once we break above here, we are going to see a massive, massive run. Guess what happened here? We were literally live here. We could even have found it. We were live on the 100x Club. Look, guess what happened? We broke above, we retraced to the point of interest down here to this demand zone, and then skyrocketed. Exactly what I think is going to happen if we close above. So, here's what I'm thinking. Let me just remove all that crap from here. Here's what I'm thinking. We need to see a close above the 89,000 level. Actually, it's 88,560. 88,560 to be very precise. That's the level. So if we see a daily close above, I don't care if it goes all the way to 93, 95, whatever that is. We are game on because that is a very, very strong reversal as we have seen here. And even actually, if you go back here, look at this. Same thing. Once you saw a daily reversal, Bitcoin skyrocketed here as well, weekly, a little bit retrace, skyrocketed. Every single time you see a massive, massive reversal on the daily, this happens. Look at this here. Daily reversal. Bitcoin from there went, in no time, 40%. Exactly what's going to happen. So if we're able to close above this level, I do think we're game on. And I do think that we are going to see 100 easy all-time highs within a couple of months. Easy. But rather 150,000 in the next 6 months. Why? Very simply, you can just take these as well. Just simply put this on here and just be like, where would potentially this breakout happen? Potentially come to the 130, 150,000 if we look at it equally. I do think that the top is going to be between 250 and 300,000 between today and end of 2026, but we're yet to see that. What I know for sure is that if we reverse here, we are reversing for good. Now, very important. I want you to pay attention. Close. Daily close above. Not a wick, not a New York pump. Daily close above this level. What I do think, unfortunately, is going to happen, though, is that on New York, potentially we're going to pump and reject. And when that happens, we're going to have the dump. And that can potentially send us lower. This is what I unfortunately think is going to happen. But there is a proper possibility of us breaking and closing above this 88,000. No, what is the level? 88,600. 80. You can pull this one here. It's 88,740. Sorry, 88,740. So if that happens, if we have a close above there on the daily chart, it's game on, and we're going much, much, much higher. Now, one thing I want you to note, though, is that I always talked about the total market cap. I stopped talking about the total market cap. The only reason is because right now there is no reason to talk about the total market cap because Bitcoin is still leading. But the fact that Bitcoin breaks above is a confirmation for Bitcoin as a potential risk reserve asset, as a potential store of value, as a great hedge against this madness that's happening. That doesn't mean that your shitcoins are going to move. That doesn't mean, because the total market cap still did not make a high at 2.79 trillion. So what I need to see, although this here is a great, great, great level, and this is what I said. I don't know if you have been watching my shows. If you haven't, and I see that a lot of people are tuning in, my name is Fefe. I bring you trades like this. We trade together on the live show here on my X, which you can find in the description. I write you trades. I help you understand everything. And I have a 24-hour summary every single day. So go and check that out. If you click in the description, you will find it. But if you have been watching my shows, you know that I said this is the period where we do have some kind of confirmation because we have a close above on the 4-hour, but we still need a 2.79 trillion close above to confirm it on the daily. So for me, so far, this is just a retrace. Lower low on the total market cap would nuke altcoins. And I'm going to look for shorts. And I am still in this Bitcoin short, which honestly I do think can get stopped. I don't want to remove my stop loss because I just think it's not, I don't think it's smart. This can get stopped on New York Open. I would not be surprised if it does. And if it does, then I'm just going to hope that we are going to see a push and a close above there on the daily level too. So as a summary, here's what I'm looking at. I am expecting this to get stopped, to be honest. I would not be surprised if this gets stopped. The chart still tells me that we are going lower. We have a clear rejection. We have a weaker close above here with low volume on China, so I'm not even considering that, with a bunch of liquidity built up. I do think that we are going to retrace. Even if we push a little bit higher, I would expect a rejection on New York Open. And if that happens, I'm going to open another short, because until we have a daily close above the 88,740, Bitcoin is still bearish. If you look at the total market cap, I do need to see a close above the 2.79 trillion for me to consider any long positions on any altcoins. Until then, it's just a retrace to a bearish order block, and therefore it is just a trap so far. I hope this makes sense. Let me look. Before you guys leave, I just want to tell you that we're going to have a show straight after this on the 100x Club. So there's a link in the description. I'm going to show you where the link is, by the way. I'll tell you that we're going to have... You can just go down here in the description, and Cuz is going to pin it as well. So you're going to have it pinned up here in the comment section. But I have a trading channel. It's called the 100x Club. You go down here and it says subscribe to Fefe's trading channel. So this is my trading channel where I'm going to go live straight after this show. It's literally just going to be about... You tell me a token, I analyze the token. You give me the trades, I give you the trades. So it's going to be just a very interactive trading alpha packed session. So go there. There's a link in the description. Subscribe to the 100 Club. Turn on notifications. And also, if you want to know more about everything else and what I do and why I do, and we want to see stuff like this, till the next lap, then go and follow my vlog as well.
Off to Paris, to the Paris Blockchain Week. I'm probably going to be taking it much more chill.
Stop the cap.
Let's go, they're coming! Let's go, they're coming!
Welcome to Paris.
We're gonna police escort. A border. Race till the next lap. And we're winning! I literally just...
Anyway, there's a link in the description. Go and check that out. Fefe's weekly vlog. It's a pretty awesome episode. We have one episode coming out every week. I've got a bunch of shorts there. Cool motivational stuff. So go and check that out. So, we're gonna do that. Before I jump onto some random news that I wanted to share with you, though, a couple of things. One is that it's insane. It's still running until April with Albank, who are our partners. There's a great deal with them. One, non-KYC available worldwide. Been around since 2015. Great exchange, great user experience. And I told them that you guys needed bonuses, not trading bonuses, but actual cash. So what we did is I told them that what we really needed to do, looks juicy, $1 billion hustle. What we really needed to do is that we needed a bonus that is withdrawable. So what they did is that you can simply go sign up using the link in the description. Once you signed up, based on your trading volume, you get a cashback, which is withdrawable. It's going to be onto your split account. If you trade, let's say, $50,000 trading volume, you get $80 back. If you get a $500,000 trading volume, you get $200 back. If you trade anyway, this should not be a high trading volume, and this is a simple gesture from them, which I really, really like. The second, if you're trading the highest volume using my link, you get $2,000 the first one, to $1,000 the second one, and third is $500 at the end of the month. And you have 0% maker fee, so go and check that out. Let me run through some of the random news that is happening because it's important. MicroStrategy has acquired another round of Bitcoin. They hold about 2.7% of the total supply, which is insane. They spent about $550 million on acquiring. Paul Atkins have been sworn in as the SEC chair. Gary out, Paul in. Big things coming. Deutsche Bank and Standard Chartered are looking to expand crypto operations to the US. Again, the Trump effect that we see in full force. Pump Swan and Radium. We've been talking about this. We've been saying Pump Fund is coming for everything that Radium couldn't do. And it is happening. Pump Fund had surpassed the daily volume of Radium. I told you not to ape into Radium just randomly. I do think it is going to be a tough one. We yet to see how this whole thing unfolds and how many people will move on. Breaking Vietnam launch first ever state licensed crypto exchange. This is just something we're going to see so much at. We see the same thing in Kazakhstan. Government to launch national Bitcoin and crypto exchange. Obviously, it makes a lot of sense. They want to control it. You have to have self-custody, but you know, this is happening. And Dart Mole. Dart Mole quits. Klaus Schwab from WF resigned. Thank God, you know, I don't know. Dart Mole is resigning, happening. And then one thing that I wanted to say, I got so much heat for this as well, but this is Beeple's NFT, right? This guy spent 10,000 days and photographed himself and everything, and this piece of art sold for $69 million 4 years ago, right? And Link is coming out here and he's saying like, and now it's worth 19,000. And I was like, holy shit, is this really up for 19,000? Like, I want to buy it. And then I even said it, I would like to buy it for 19,000. Like, it's not even a question. Of course I want to buy it. But the thing is that it's not up for 19,000. 19,000 is the highest offer because people know that they're not going to sell it. And this is the thing. And I told you a million billion times that it's ordinals. And I just want to reiterate again. I bought the dip as well. Of course, I bought some coins and whatever. But what I really loaded up on is ordinals because I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, believe ordinals are going to be the next big thing. And if you're not there, you're missing out. And I even tweeted, you buy gold watches instead of a gold bar. Bitcoin is the gold bar and ordinals are the gold watches. Anyway, so if you want to check out, this is what I would recommend you check. Trio, they are our partners. They actually, the guys from Trio and Ordinals bot are the ones who brought me into the space at all and opened my eyes about ordinals. We went to Paris with them. Very cool people. They build a bunch of stuff. And once you start understanding, I'm going to talk much more about ordinals. But once you start understanding how ordinals work, you cannot go back. You just simply cannot. This is code on the Bitcoin blockchain, imprinted onto the Bitcoin blockchain. You see in back here, this is On-Chain Monkey. This is what they just did a launch not so long ago that was free mint. I got some of you in, guys. Not a free mint. It was a whitelist mint. But anyway, that was designed by the one who designed the Ice Age cartoon as well. Most importantly, for example, OCM have something called the Dimensions, which is literally generative art that was generated on Bitcoin. The rabbit hole goes so deep. But what I wanted to say, if you want to start looking around and if you want to start buying something on Ordinals, I do recommend you go to Trio. If you hold their token, they do have cool rewards for you just simply holding it in your wallet. They have free mints. They have exclusive mints for their own community. It's actually quite cool. There's a link in the description. Go and check them out. And that said, I think it's time. It's time. Cause it's saying it's time. NFTs are dead. Gene, I would say have fun staying poor, but I don't want to be mean. Let's get back to this 4 years from now, 3 years from now. I bought some of these things for $3,000. Let's get back to this. They'll be 10x, brother. 10x, not financial advice. On the left corner, is that a Japanese sword? Left corner. Let me see. Who's left corner? We need a katana. Okay, that's good. What else do we have here? Yeah, exactly. I can just slice them. What is the highest trade volume at Albank now? It's a lot, brother. It's a lot. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's 30, 40, 50 mil, something like that. New office, chop chop. Yes, monkey face, welcome back. Best 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙𝗙, thank you. Breaking USS tariff as high as 3,000% on solid cells Southeast Asia. Per Nikkei. I don't know if that's true. Can be 783 likes. People real. Yes. Okay, cool. Guys, I think it's time. I'm literally from here. Jumping on to the 100x Club. I see 31 of you are waiting. We are going to do this straight after this. I'm taking a... I'm not gonna say what, just a little PP, you know, and then I'm just gonna get some water, and then we're just jumping on here and doing some charting. So if you want that, there's a link in the description. Go and check it out, Fefe's trading channel, and I will see you on the other side. Thank you for liking the background, which is pretty cool. Our first show done with the first background is pretty insane. We're going to cover the whole thing on $1 billion hustle. But guys, I truly appreciate you spending time with me. So good being back and doing the shows and doing the trades. Please watch out. This is a crucial week. We're going to talk about all the charts and all the tokens that you want on 100x Club. Otherwise, just make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to check these 2 videos out as well. Click here if you want to subscribe, and why wouldn't you? You don't want, because you already are subscribed. Guys, truly appreciate you, and thanks for watching. I believe I'll see you in the next one. Take care.